This is my morning routine with the ordinary chemical peel. Usually, I start off by thoroughly cleansing, and I usually use a pure soap or a tallow weight soap. That's what it has in it. It's just something that's gentle on my skin and doesn't have any many chemicals. So I start off by thoroughly cleansing. As you can see, it forms a lot of foam. I don't have to try that hard, but it's important to get into every corner where I want to. And then it got into my eye. It's important to get into every crevice, behind my ears, my forehead, under my nose. And then I cleanse and I rinse it off with warm and very copious water, a lot of water. Usually I have water in a basin in the sink, but you can cleanse with running water as well. That's okay, as long as the water is clean and you change it. And I cleanse, and it's important to get all the soap off from everywhere where I don't reach the first time: my hairline, my eyes, under my nose. It's very important to get that soap off. It can be very drying, but also I don't want to leave any residues so that I can apply my next product without worry. So I cleanse some more, always making sure to check in. And when I'm done, I wipe my face with my face towel. There, everywhere, having cleansed everything. And it's important to make sure that all the water is dried up. The product that I'm going to be using needs me to have very dry skin. It can't be wet skin. This is hence why I'm air drying it and flapping with my fingers to make sure that it's completely dry, and maybe to make it go faster. So this is me before, and this is the product I'm going to be using, the ordinary chemical peel. It's very nice. I didn't know if it would work on my skin. That is, if it's a product for all skin types and all racial types. But I can safely say it works on my skin, and thus it probably works on all the other skin tones as well, because I've seen a lot of videos of people. I usually apply a very thin layer, but you can apply any layer level that you want. You can even reapply it if you feel like it's not enough. And this is how I usually apply it. Don't worry, it doesn't get into your eyes. It's viscose, but it's not really wet. It doesn't like move down your eye or something. It actually stops somewhere. And I usually apply it everywhere where I think I have texture, which is my T-zone, that is above my eyebrows, my nose, my cheeks, definitely underneath my eyes. And yes, my nose actually has texture, except for the tip. The rest of my nose, surprisingly, also has black marks, which this helps with. I've seen a lot of improvement of black marks from my eyeglasses, from underneath my eyes, and the texture that I have, even just underneath my fingers. When I wash after this, my skin feels so much smoother and better. And this is how I apply it everywhere, except, as you can see, I leave my eyes out. I leave a very wide margin, and I do apply on top of my lips. There's a lot of texture there, and I think it's very underrated. And I apply it. It feels soapy. Actually, it doesn't feel like it burns, but I know somebody who said that it felt like it burnt them, which just says that we all have different skin, I don't know, tonalities. Maybe she has an allergy, that person, so you have to be careful. And that's me. If there's any residue on my fingers, I usually just rinse it off. You don't have to wash it with soap, you can just rinse it, because I don't feel like I want it to do what it's doing to my skin and exfoliate my fingers. They're already really sensitive and really thin, the skin underneath, and they're squeaky clean. And now I'm ready to wait. You have to wait 10 minutes, and usually I just sit in the bathroom, because if I leave and I go to the other parts of the I don't know, to other errands, I'll come back 15 minutes late. So I usually just stay there and wait. Super bored, but the sun is really amazing in here. Oh my gosh, I love this bathroom. And 10 minutes later, here I am, ready to rinse. And it actually isn't dry, like peely dry. It's tacky and still wet. So it comes off really easily when I apply water. So you're not supposed to look up in case it gets into your eye while there's water splashing around, but there it is. So I rinse thoroughly to make sure there's no residue. If there's any left, I feel like it will continue exfoliating and like create holes in my skin where it's left. So definitely I make very sure to thoroughly rinse my skin with a lot of water when I'm rinsing. There it is. Just look at the effect before and after. It's already so different. It's already so beautiful. There I am, rinsing, just to make sure that between my ears, my hairline, it hasn't gotten caught underneath my chin, everywhere. And then when I'm done, I wipe my face with my face cloth to get everything nice and dry. You don't have to have your skin thoroughly dry after this. It doesn't really matter, because the next step that I usually do after this is to apply a moisturizer or any lotion that you have. Although a moisturizer for your skin is definitely better. This is the one that I have. It's from Clicks. I never used to use a moisturizer, but I realized now that I am in my 20s, maybe it's in my late 20s, it's better. I'm 29. So I apply lotion, I apply moisturizer, and then I make sure to get in everywhere. Usually my skin is still a little bit wet, actually, at this point. So it feels so good on my skin to apply lotion. I used to apply another different product on my skin, but maybe I was younger and it didn't matter. But that product was really good for me. So usually when I'm done with the moisturizer, I apply that product again, which is a petroleum jelly, but an aloe infused petroleum jelly from my country, which is in Lesotho. It's infused with a special aloe called Aloe Forex, this one. And it has such special properties. I'm not really sure why it doesn't have the same acclaim as other products, but anyway, it's always been my go-to product, and it's always made me look so beautiful. So I usually apply it. I apply a thin layer on top. And yes, it does have that shine, but I actually like a shine. I don't want to have matte skin or dry skin. My skin is actually just normal skin, that is normal, not dry or oily. But this Vaseline, it just makes me look, it gives me a healthy glow, and for my lips as well, protects my skin without making me look oily. So there I am, very beautiful. The effects are nearly instant, but I've been using it for a while. So this is the Ordinary, very luxurious product. The texture is amazing. It works very well as long as maybe you don't have an allergic reaction to it. It looks very beautiful. Like and subscribe, please.